I am standing outside the hospital room and my hands are shaking so hard I almost dropped my phone. The security guard is staring at me. His hand is resting on his belt, and his face says he's ready to drag me out if I make a move. He says, "Sir, you need to leave the premises immediately. The mother has revoked your access." I try to explain. I try to tell him that my son is in there. He was born less than 24 hours ago. I have only held him once. But the guard doesn't care. And the worst part? It's not just that I can't see my newborn son. It's that everyone inside that room, my girlfriend, her mother, the nurses, they all think I'm a monster, and they have proof. Proof that isn't real, but it looks so damning that even I would believe it. I didn't know it then, but I had just walked into the most calculated, cold-blooded trap ever set by a human being. My ex-girlfriend didn't just break up with me. She waited a year in silence, sharpening a knife, and she just plunged it into the very center of my life. This is how I lost everything in a single afternoon. Before I tell you exactly how she destroyed me, do me a favor. If you enjoy these kinds of real-life nightmare stories, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, you need to hear the end of this to believe it. Also, just a quick disclaimer. This is a true story originally shared on Reddit, rewritten and dramatized for this video. Now, let's go back to where the nightmare began. To understand why this happened, you have to understand what I did. I am not the hero of this story. I'm the villain who got outplayed by a bigger villain. Last year, I destroyed an 8-year relationship. Her name was Annie. We had been together for nearly a decade. She was the love of my life, or at least she was supposed to be. But I got bored. I got selfish. I started sleeping with a colleague named Jess. It wasn't just a one-night stand. It was an affair. And like an idiot, I got sloppy. Jess got pregnant. When the truth came out, my life exploded. I lost my job. I lost the majority of my friends. And I lost Annie. But here is the thing about Annie. She didn't scream. She didn't slash my tires. She didn't burn my clothes on the front lawn. She just vanished. She packed my stuff in boxes and dropped them at my parents' house before I even knew that she knew. She cut me out like a tumor. No arguments, no closure, just silence. I sent her hundreds of messages. I begged, I pleaded. I messaged her friends. I wanted to explain. I wanted forgiveness, but I got nothing. Radio silence. Eventually, I had to move on. Jess, the woman I cheated with, was pregnant with my child. We decided to make it work. We became a family. I committed 100% to Jess. I haven't looked at another woman since. I wanted to do the right thing by my unborn son. Fast forward to a few weeks ago. Jess is 9 months pregnant. We are in the final stretch. I'm walking through a grocery store and suddenly my heart stops. There she is. Annie. It's the first time I've seen her in a year. She looks good, calm. I expected her to slap me or yell or run away, but she didn't. She was cold, yes, but polite. She told me she found something of mine. A keychain. It was a gift from my grandfather who passed away. It wasn't worth any money, but it meant the world to me. She said, "You can come collect it this Saturday morning." I hesitated. I told her, "Annie, Jess is due to give birth any day now. Saturday is 6 days past her due date. I might be at the hospital." Annie just shrugged. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "Look, you can either come get it on Saturday or I'm throwing it in the bin. It's up to you." I was desperate to get that keepsake back. So I agreed. I thought it would take 10 minutes. I was wrong. Saturday comes. My son decided to arrive a few days late. He was born on Friday night. Perfect, healthy, wonderful. I was on cloud 9. I was a father. But on Saturday morning, I remembered the keychain. I needed to go home to grab some clothes and supplies for Jess and the baby anyway. So I thought, I'll just pop by Annie's house on the way back to the hospital. It's a 5-minute detour. I didn't tell Jess. I knew Jess was insecure about Annie. I didn't want to cause drama while she was recovering from labor. I thought I was protecting her. I drove to the old house, the house we used to share. When I knocked on the door, Annie opened it. She didn't just hand me the keychain. She stepped back and invited me in. "Come in," she said. "Let's talk. Just for a minute." My gut told me to leave, but I wanted closure. I wanted to apologize to her face finally. So I walked in. We sat in the living room. It felt familiar, yet alien. We talked for about 45 minutes. It was surprisingly good. I apologized for everything. I told her I was sorry for the cheating, for the lies, for hurting her. She listened. She nodded. She seemed to accept it. She even wished me luck with my new baby. She said, "I hope you're happy, really." I felt a massive weight lift off my shoulders. I thought, wow, we're actually going to end this on good terms. As I stood up to leave, she walked me to the door, and then she hugged me. It wasn't a romantic hug, but I admit I held on tight. I held on because of the relief, because I felt forgiven. I wasn't thinking about romance. I was thinking about closing a painful chapter of my life. I walked out of that house feeling lighter than I had in years. I got in my car, checked the time. I had been there less than an hour. I drove straight to the hospital, ready to hold my newborn son and start my new life. I had no idea that while I was driving, Annie was pressing the send button on a nuclear missile aimed directly at my life. I parked the car at the hospital. I grabbed the bag of clothes. I walk up to the maternity ward, smiling at the nurses. I get to the door of Jess's room. It's locked. Strange. I knock. No answer. I go to the nurse's station. "Hi, I'm looking for Jess. I'm the father." The nurse looks at her computer, then looks up at me with a weird expression. "I'm sorry, sir. You've been removed from the approved visitor list." "What? That's impossible. I was just here last night. I'm the father." "You need to speak to security." That's when the guard showed up and escorted me out. I'm standing in the parking lot, confused, angry, and terrified. I pull out my phone. I call Jess. Voicemail. I call her mom. Voicemail. I call again and again. Finally, my phone buzzes. It's not a call. It's a text message from Jess's number, but it's not words. It's a screen recording. I press play. The video is from a Ring doorbell camera. My blood runs cold. It's footage of me. It shows me walking into Annie's house at 9:30 a.m., and it shows me walking out at 10:15 a.m. But the angle... Oh, God. The angle. The camera captured the hug at the door. But because of where we were standing, you can't see our faces clearly. It doesn't look like a hug. It looks like we are passionately kissing. It looks like I'm holding her close, lingering, unwilling to let go. And then, the text message underneath the video. This wasn't written by Jess. It was a forwarded message from Annie to Jess. It read, "Did he even shower and change his clothes between fucking me and holding his son? Congratulations on being stuck with him for the next 18 years, Jess. I hope it's everything you dreamed of." I stared at the screen. I couldn't breathe. The timestamp proved I was there. The video looked incriminating. And the message, it was the perfect lie. She implied we slept together. She implied I came straight from her bed to the hospital. And because I had cheated before, because I was a known cheater, it was believable. It was the perfect crime. I tried to text Annie. I typed, "Why are you doing this? Tell them the truth." I thought she would have blocked me, but she replied. She said, I'm not going to let you play innocent. You might have deleted our messages from the last few months, but I haven't. She was gaslighting me in real time. Knowing that Jess might read these texts later, she was planting evidence of an affair that never happened. Then she blocked me. I have nothing. No messages to prove I wasn't talking to her. No witnesses to prove we didn't sleep together. Just my word. And my word is worth nothing because I am a cheater. I spent the next 3 days sitting in my car outside the hospital hoping Jess would talk to me. She didn't. She took our son and went to her parents' house. Jess's family has threatened to call the police if I come near them. My own mother. When I told her the truth, she sighed. She said, "Why did you ruin your life with a baby if Annie was willing to take you back?" Even my own mother believes I slept with her. Even my friends think I'm a scumbag who couldn't keep it in his pants for 1 day while his wife was recovering from labor. No one believes this was a setup, because why would Annie do that? She's the victim. She's the sweet girl I broke. They don't see the cold, calculated monster who waited 12 months for the perfect moment to strike. She didn't just want me back. She didn't want to scream at me. She wanted to destroy me. And she succeeded. I have met my son exactly once, for 10 minutes. Now, Jess is filing for full custody. She has proof of my infidelity and instability. Court will take months. Every minute of every day my chest hurts. I know what I did to Annie years ago was horrible. I own that. But this is a level of cruelty I didn't know existed. She waited until I had everything to lose, and then she took it all. So that is my story. I am sitting in an empty apartment, surrounded by baby clothes for a son I'm not allowed to see. And Annie, I assume she is somewhere out there smiling. Now I have to ask you guys, I know I was wrong for cheating in the beginning. I know I'm not a saint, but did I deserve this? Is this karma or is this evil? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if anyone at all has an idea of how I can prove my innocence when the whole world thinks I'm a liar, please tell me. Because I am out of options. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this. I'll see you in the next one.